What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Danny-O. Let's go. We're back at it again with episode number 23. Thank you for tuning in for this extremely important episode, right? There is so much information to go over. I do not want to prolong this intro. So, without further ado, let's get into it. This is the Lorcana Cookout.
Yo, what's up, guys? So, we got some exciting news. Obviously, first weekend of said champ, so we'll just dive right into that. And then, obviously, the Ravensburger news. I'm not gonna break it down because we'll break it down when we go through it. So, how was said champs for us for Cookout? How many tops did we get? Cookout. I think it was Hector got first, right? One of them, and then James topped two events. Was it Saturday and Sunday he topped? And then,
He topped at the light. He topped at TCG. Me, Ethan, Carlos, Hector topped at crit hit, where Hector was able to win that. Ethan and Hector top two, right? And then at TCG it was James that topped. I think it was just James.
yeah,
And then
James.
Cesar bubbled out at ninth.
I did. Yeah. Start.
I was at 12.
He was still able to
That's
get
close.
a card.
I topped at the light too.
Oh, nice.
With James.
I didn't say anything. You just.
Yeah.
But it was what? It was.
I'm not gonna talk about myself.
40 people at the light, 34 people at crit hit. I think it was like 45 at TCG. So good turnout, right? Like we just appreciate the shops for holding these events and actually adding pricing, like Hector was saying, on top of the kits that are coming in with all the participation prizes. So shout out to all the shops. Shout out to you guys for having these events.
I thought that was pretty cool. I told I think they're gonna put the picture, but it was cool how like James ended up coming afterwards, and he ended up watching all of us in top four, and they got that like shot of the top cut, and it's like literally the cookout, just James just watching like the whole cookout playing top cut.
Yeah, Danny
that was pretty cool. Yeah, that was pretty cool. It was his birthday. Ethan's birthday.
Yeah, Ethan's birthday just passed.
Yeah.
It was on Saturday, right? It was actually Saturday, or was it Sunday?
It
was this weekend.
Saturday.
Saturday. So happy birthday, Ethan. Unfortunately, he's not going to be here with us today during this podcast episode. But hey,
it's funny. We made it all the way to the end. Ethan was like, "It's my birthday. I want the mat." I'm like, "Oh, I just want to defend my title. All right, I'll get first. You can have the mat." Win-win scenario. We don't have to play each other. We can go eat early. That was cool.
Yeah. So what did you guys play?
Nice.
Hector, what'd you play both days?
So it was funny because the one I went with was exactly the card for card that I posted the deck profile that week. So instead of making the same video, I just went and I edited the title of the previous video. I'm like top 8 / first place. But yeah, I played the same deck that I played on card list for list. And then on Sunday at TCG, I wanted to be spicy and I wanted to add 1 queen and 1 Baymax, the 5 healer, and then the 4-drop 3 queen, the one that quest friend gives 3 lore or 4 lore.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to try 2 goats and then 1 of each of that one. Like I just wanted to kind of just be a little bit they both kind of have like the same aspect of like just trying to push for late game. But I mean, I can't say if it was good or bad because I don't play ones, but it was cool. You know, Ethan did Amber Steel. Carlos tried Amber Steel for the first time. I know they're not here, so he tried for the first time, and then he played Purple Steel again. And then Danny was on Blurple, with me on Sunday, and then he was on Green Steel on Saturday, which it was rough, man. It was a good day to play 3 Finders Keepers. Let me tell you that, man. He was just ripping my heart apart, but I would just always top deck Finders on him. Yeah, it was fun. It was fun playing with the boys too. Yeah.
What'd you play, Eddie?
Yeah, so for me on Saturday at the light, I took Green Steel. I went 3-1. Since there weren't that many people, it was just cut the top 4, so I finished in 5th. Was it Sunday at TCG? I took Jafar Wheel, Purple Steel, and I finished 2-0-4. Best of 2, too many draws, but I finished in 12th. I only lost 1 match both days, but yeah.
Did you play the whole new illusion?
I like both lists. Nah, it was the whole new.
You would, instead of 204, you would have been 402 if you would have done that one.
I mean, hey, I gotta save it. Gotta save that for next set. You know, Illusion's gonna pop hard
So
next set
that
for
is
sure.
fair, yeah. That is
And then James played the just in time both days, right? Just in time Amber Steel.
Yeah. Same list both days.
For sure. Well, I
Oh,
obviously
this is a
didn't.
plugin too.
Yeah, plug in, watch Hector's vid on the deck profile for James.
Guys, I did a deck profile on him. Go ahead and hit like and hit subscribe and watch our boy James Silva's go from 3 to 5 and skip 2 turns. Boom. All right.
Yeah, and then me, I obviously didn't play Saturday, but played Sunday at TCG, and I, like they said, I bubbled out. I decided to take Green Steel. Wasn't bad. Honestly, probably would have done fine throughout the whole tournament if I didn't get faced into Carlos round 2. And then just play against probably the absolute worst matchup, Purple Steel mid-range. So, yeah, he 2-0'd me, and then he left by round 4. I said, thank you, bro. Appreciate it.
Brutal.
But, yeah, that's pretty much the set champs. What would you guys say was the most, in your opinion, dominant or most prominent, like, most showing deck that showed up this weekend at set champs? Not the one that succeeded the most,
for
but
me
the one you guys were seeing the most.
I think for me it was Steel Song. That's a lot of Steel Song in both days. Like and not just Steel Song, but I'll say Amber Steel. Like different variations of Amber Steel. I saw Diggy Hole. I saw like Aggro. I saw like classic Steel Song.
Actually,
I saw a lot of Amber Steel both days.
you know what I think I saw a lot of? I saw a lot of Amethyst Amber Hyper Aggro. That's what I saw a lot of. Because I think there was 2 at the light, and there was like 3 at TCG. I'm like, what's with all these Hyper Aggros?
Yeah. Well, one topped at TCG.
Yeah, Mark. Yeah, anyone could put. I could put a helmet on and just go surf sideways. You know?
Yeah, that is true. If it's your day with Hyper Aggro, I believe it was just your day. It's very hard to be like, you outpiloted and outskilled your opponent. I think me and Shane were just talking about it. Just like, it sucks losing to Hyper Aggro because you never felt like you get outskilled.
Yeah, and you just feel like they saw the right cards, right?
Yeah, it's like, what? You saw it and I didn't? It's more of it's fate. Like it's fate. Like, it was meant to be. Like, it was just meant to be. Some Hyper Aggros were meant to be. And obviously, like, there's, like, bad Hyper Aggro players and good ones. Like, someone knows probably you should quest here, play the Fox, or, stand it. Like, those are, like, you still have to have some type of, like, understanding. But, I mean.
Yeah.
That's speed.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hey, but at the end of the day, it takes, like you said, there's some Hyper Aggro skill players, some not. So
if you have fun with it and you just want to get the card that way, like, hey, who are we to tell you what to play? You enjoy the game how you want to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, for me on
let
Sunday,
me say one. Yeah, go ahead.
But for me on Sunday at Top Choice, I don't know, it was like round 4, and I looked at the top, and there was like 4 blurples on table 1, 2, 3, and 4. I was like, oh dang, that's crazy.
So it's fun, man.
I feel like there's a lot of blurple. Yeah, I don't blame it. The deck's good. But what were you gonna say, Eddie?
You just have to make. Yeah, you have to make the top. If you go into the best of 3, if you make top 8 with blurple, it feels so much more better. It's just getting to that top because, man, I went 2-2-2 on Sunday, and I know there's one match I shouldn't have lost. I should have been a split, so I would have been 2-1-3. But still, I think what did I lose to? I lost to Hyper Aggro. That was my second loss.
It's
I
weird
mean, I
because
like
I
Blurple's
feel
position,
like,
right?
Yeah, go ahead, Eddie. Go ahead.
I mean, I know you piloted Blurple both days, Hector. You mean you got first place with Blurple, so it's definitely not like a bad call right now.
I love that. Like I sit against it and I'll be like, oh, this is against purple red, I got it. This is against purple green, I got it. Like purple steel, purple green, like I'm like I got it. Like the one is like, oh, Amber Steel is gonna be rough, and then I'll be like blue red, I got it. So like that's why I'm kind of my theory, like just take the Amber Steel loss and then like just beat everything else. And I still believe that. I didn't do that well. I mean, I still did well on TCG. I got
you're doing fine until like round.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you still had a win again, so.
So it was just rough because I played Shane, you guys know, great player, DLC player, but I was like, great player, I'm a great player. This matchup's I'm a little bit favored, but on my play, I missed the ramp. And then Shane already just played me against Blurple a few times, so he knew. So he told me, and that was kind of the rough. But that's when it's like sometimes you wish it's best of 3 because I can afford to miss ramp maybe one game and still possibly win a match, but it's all right. I still believe if there was a DLC this Saturday, like I'm taking Blurple, and weirdly enough, I feel more confident that I would probably top than I did feeling confident I would top with Blue Steel.
Yeah, no, it's because
Weirdly enough.
Blurple's
It's
it's
so
a
good
pretty
on
good
it.
deck. Yeah, like I would say like the best decks right now are like not in order. I'm just saying like best decks right now are like blue red, DKP list, amber steel, purple red, and Blurple. Like I don't
Yep,
think anything
I
else
agree.
is up there. So I think those decks are. I think
If
any of
you
those
choose
decks
to
just
play
feel really
any
good.
other deck because you play
Yeah,
like
definitely.
anti-meta, you beat those decks, right? Like
Yeah,
Purple Steel, Green Steel.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think Green Steel's. I
it's
did pretty good
okay.
on
It's
Saturday
just
with
it's
Green
so
Steel.
rough,
Good.
dude.
It's
I like
rough, but
Green.
it's still good.
So for anyone and for everyone watching this video, I did a tech right against because there's so much freaking purple out there, and no one's running Brawl, no one's really on Medusas, and no one's on freaking coils. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna throw this Belle in. I think she's from set 3 on the
Yeah,
shift
the
on a
legendary.
shift. Yeah, on the legendary on a shift morph, and against every person I played it with, I quested with that Belle for at least 9 lore. But if you don't have a follow up, it just goes down the drain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's a hot take though.
I played Danny. He plays shift with the morph on the bell. He's like, he's like, watch this. He's like, I was like, oof. I looked at my hand. I have like 6 cards in hand. I'm like, oof. I'm like, okay. Well, this bell's gonna quest for like 3 times at least, and I need to start ramping and just bringing out characters. Even then,
And then
when
I
I
draw.
got the bell, I discarded 3 cards. But I'm like, I think I'm wide enough, and I don't need these cards. I'm like, screw it. Like, I can't let them get more.
Yeah, I draw. Oh, small Robin, small Diablo, small Diablo. I'm like, no, this is not real.
I was telling them it's really good with the Prince John, right? Like Prince John,
yeah,
and you're
Yeah,
forcing them to, you're gonna swing at it, and
yeah,
I draw a bunch of cards, or what?
yeah.
yeah, definitely.
No, I agree. But yeah, that's set champs for us this weekend.
Congrats to any of
That's
you guys that got first. All that good stuff, man. Congratulations to all you guys that got
yeah,
cards, all the good stuff.
and thank you for anyone that said hi and said, "Hey, I recognize you from the cookout." So it's pretty cool to hear us being out there and hearing that some people are watching our videos and stuff. So it always feels good.
Brendan and his girl, they both got champion mats. So they
Yeah,
ended the
set
week
champ
with
mats.
champion mats. Both of
Yeah,
them. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
super solid, man. Both of them got it. That's pretty dope. Hey, also, if you guys, as you guys are having success over at the set champs at any store you go to, if you guys want to shoot us your deck list, we'll go over it. We'll post it on our videos if we happen to talk about set champs on the next episode. But yeah, if you guys ever want to show us that, give us those deck lists, we'll be happy to look at them, talk about them, say anything.
Yeah. All right.
Oh yeah,
so,
and one more. I almost forgot. Just quick shout out to Lorcana Fran. She gave me my only L this week.
there you go.
So still Fossa. Respect.
So yeah, let's dive into some of the Ravensburger news. So we're not gonna go in order from how they announced it in the thing. We're just gonna kind of go in whatever order we set it up as. So we'll start with the new rarities. So as you guys can see in the picture, you guys can see it too, right? Yeah. All right. So as you guys can see in the picture, they are adding 2 more rarities: Epic and Iconic. So Epic, they have it listed here from rarities. So Epic is supposed to be a little bit more rare than Legendary, but less rare than Enchanted. And then they're gonna bring in a whole new Iconic rarity. It's supposed to look better than Enchanted's, and it's supposed to be rare. I believe they said in, or at least the future sets. I don't know if they're gonna change it eventually, but I believe they said there's gonna be 18 epics in the set, 18 enchantments in the set, and then only 2 iconics in the set. So that's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and show you guys some of the pictures from what they showed. So they only revealed 1 epic card, which is the Elsa. I know a lot of people were upset because it's literally almost it is the same art. They just kind of extended it a little bit from the original Elsa. And then it obviously has like they kind of said it has more of the very first set 1 enchanted looks, because as you guys can tell, like the enchanteds are getting better and better. But they did say that the same like art is only maybe for Fabled, this is for Fabled, maybe for set 10 as well. But they did say that that the, what are these called already? I forgot. That the epics aren't gonna be always like the same art. It's just, I'm sure, because they just started with this one. So people were thinking like, oh, are we always gonna get the same pose, the same art, just extended? No, they're saying that it just
For now.
just for now. So I wouldn't be too bummed about that. But what do you guys think about this rarity?
I think they need to fix the first rarity on some of these cards that don't look that great. But I'm honest. I don't care. Like on some cards, they just look like booty, but some cards are really great. But to add another rarity, I guess it's just basically considered an alt art, right? Basically at that point.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, it's just an alt art. Yeah.
So like I said, with these just using like old arts kind of sucks for Fabled, because I'm pretty sure a majority of them are gonna be like that. But as we can tell, like the Enchanted's last set, or like this current set we're on, Arcasia's Island, they kind of knocked it out of the park in my opinion. Even last set were way better.
Yeah.
And then this set Enchanted's look good too. Actually,
I think the only one that wasn't great was that off-white color one, the one with Basil.
Yeah, that one was weird. The old school looking one, the gold ones.
Yeah, the Azurite Sea.
There were some other bad ones, but like they're getting better, right? And then so let's go into the next picture. Yeah. So actually, let me show these. We'll talk about the iconic one. So there's only gonna be 2 iconics. This one's gonna be the Mickey.
Those are pretty solid.
Yeah, this is gonna be the Mickey. Like the symbol in Color looks different. They have a little like weird thing right here. I think they said the lore was gonna be like different too, and I think they said these are gonna be textured as well. So they're gonna be like textured like the legendaries, and they're gonna be like having full arts and stuff too. So I mean, this card looks amazing, and they already said that the other one's gonna be mini. They showed the full art on that. I didn't get a screenshot of that, but I'm sure you guys can find it elsewhere. And there's only gonna be 2 of these every set, so. I don't know. I think this card looks beautiful. Like, it's a nice card. Hopefully, it's playable.
Yeah, they showed the like the actual card on the announcement, and it looked amazing. It looked like textured, like full art, enchanted foil. I mean, with all that like glow and lighting, kind of reminded me of the Golden Mickey a little bit. And yeah, it looks amazing. Yeah, supposedly, you know. Yeah, and I think it's a good card because they were like. Yeah, they showed it, and then they're really smart about covering what it does. So I'm really curious because it's a Floodborn.
Yeah, hopefully. It is a Floodborn, so it should have a shift.
There's only been one mini, I think, out of the whole entire game so far that's actually been good, and it was like, was it set 2, the evasive mini for red? For red, that's the only mini that's ever been good.
Oh, this is the Mickey though, but the mini is going to be Fabled. I mean, iconic as well.
What other? My bad. It looks like.
I mean, the only Mickey that's been good is Detective Mickey.
Yeah, they're sticky.
Well, Mickey has a few good cards.
It's Sticky Mickey.
Which one?
No, there's no way.
The only card
Sticky Mickey.
In state one, in that meta, Brave Little Taylor was good.
Oh, my bad.
He was broken.
Yeah.
They're running like 1 or 2.
All right.
Detective Mickey.
There was literally one. Blue Mickey.
I also believe the broom, the shift 3, that's pretty good. The one that got the D23, I think he's a good card. You know what I'm talking about? The 3/5 resist.
Yeah.
I think that's a good card.
The Sorcerer Mickey.
They're okay.
Who plays that?
Bro, I topped.
It's gonna get rotated out already.
Yeah.
Not yet.
But this is what I'm talking about. The Enchanted. Like this honey wizard looks nice, bro. Like this thing looks lit. This is a set.
Hey, shout out to
right? Yeah, I'm sure Lorcana Fran is gonna go crazy over this, bro. Like, this card is beautiful, dude. It just sucks that the card is complete dog, but I mean, the art is nice.
It's also not complete.
Okay, it's not complete dog.
Like, this is a card I hope.
It's actually good stats. Good. It's like a good vanilla character. The issue is it's a vanilla character.
Yeah, it's a vanilla character. Hey, maybe
like,
with the
this is the most beautiful ink. Right, like this one is like the most beautiful cards to ink.
I'll play 59 good cards in my deck and play that in my deck
just to show it off,
and I'll be okay.
Yeah.
But hey, what set did that come out? Oh no, that's getting reprinted. Obviously, my bad.
Yeah, this is for 9.
With the rotation, a lot of vanilla stuff might actually be pretty viable.
Might be fine. Yeah, might be. We gotta see. We gotta see what comes out. And then the Enchanted for the Reign of Jafar also looks nice. We got a bad picture of this one, but this Jasmine, this is a really bad picture. This Jasmine looks really nice as well. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, they're stepping up the games with the Enchanted. Like,
this baby girl Jasmine.
This card is beautiful, man. But I think that's all we got on the arts news. Oh no, we got the best set champs card so far. This thing.
Thank God.
So get ready, guys. Set 9 set champs is gonna be sweaty, bro. I for sure want 4 of these.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
my god, for that, even if it's in the binder.
Yeah, even if it's the binder, bro, I don't care, bro.
Maybe it's in the binder, it looks so nice.
Yeah,
This
know,
this
it's-
gives me
Rockstar stage.
Rockstar
Yep.
State vibes.
Yeah, bro.
Exactly. I was
Too
gonna say
bad.
like
I'm probably just gonna go to the light, and I'm probably gonna go to a bunch of like the ones that are easier ones. Damn, I probably shouldn't be naming the stores. I don't mean to hate like that.
Tiny
It's not hate.
PC.
It's just like some obviously
Tiny
some are
PC.
easier than others. But like I'm saying, like I should probably go to like
I'm gonna go to this 10.
easier ones.
I'm
and
gonna go to
guarantee my
10%
40.
set chance, bro, because I gotta get.
Yeah,
4 of
I don't
these.
care.
right.
I don't care.
You're crazy.
I
But
gotta-
I'm so
Yo,
glad they
you're trolling.
finally.
He's just trolling right now.
I
I'm
gotta
gonna go to all.
I'm gonna
find
go
the most
10
cliche,
a.m.
bro.
and then one at 2 p.m. And once I make Top Gun and Top A.M., I'm like, you guys got it. I just want the
Yeah,
Maleficent.
I'm
And then
out.
go to the one at 2 p.m. and then 7 p.m. and then get
No, dude. Isn't the mat gonna be Maleficent too?
Yeah,
Like, they
it
haven't
is.
announced it, but it always
Yeah,
matches.
But I need 4
Yeah.
of these at least first. I don't care about
Well,
the mat.
I'm
I'll
on
work
the
on the
mat.
mat later.
I'm gonna
I'll work on the mat
hold on.
later.
I'm gonna fly to Wisconsin in the middle of nowhere where there's only one TCG shop and no one goes to it.
This guy.
I'm gonna go there.
How are you gonna
Yo,
get 4 though?
like,
You're only gonna get 1. You need 4.
I'm gonna do it to every state.
You'll bring us 3. Us 4 will go.
Yeah, dude, this thing's beautiful. Like, dude, I need this. I need this.
You guys know though, sometimes it's funny because you'll go to like the lower and like you'll go to like some that have 10 or 12. But if it's just a bunch of big hitters, it's just as hard as if you went to like one with like 30 and 40 with like not that great people. It's just funny.
Yeah, not gonna lie, it was like I already experienced some of that this weekend, but like I'm so glad they are reprinting like good cards as set champ cards. Like you guys mentioned, we haven't seen this since Rockstar Stitch, like actually. So I'm really excited they decided to listen and go in this direction. So hyped.
Yeah. So, yeah, bro. Hopefully they keep printing bangers for set champs. But this kind of ties into the next topic. Give me 1 second. But what's it called? Oh no, it doesn't tie in with the next topic. But so that's obviously a reprint. So set 9 is gonna have some reprints. And just some quick facts for the reprints is if you get a reprint from set 9, you could play your set 1 like original one. It doesn't have to be the one from set 9. So, and it could be any version of it. So if you have they're reprinting Rockstar Stitch as well for set 9, so he's gonna be playable in oh, we didn't get a screenshot of that either. He's gonna be playable in the rotation, whatever the original constructed is called. But you can still play like the Rockstar Stitch from set.
Wait, so
set
if
3
they
set
reprint, the Elsa 8 drop, I can play the enchanted Elsa 8 drop that I have.
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Yeah, you can play whatever one. Like if they
I just get I don't have
like
one,
if they
but-
reprint reprint Brave Little Taylor, I could play my Golden Mickey. Yeah. So.
Oh, major flex. Oh, got him. Oh, my
Crazy.
bad. All right.
Something like that. But
So I
yeah.
can play this, right? Hey, you be like, hey, you gonna show your opponent? I can play this one, right?
I can play this.
That's crazy.
They're-
flex.
Hey, might as well since I can't sell it, bro.
Hey,
Flex
like,
too,
like,
huh?
you can play
Like,
it.
gonna have to
You're
just
like,
play
hey,
with
you
it,
play,
dude.
You'll be like, all right, ink.
It's gonna be my ink counter, bro. I'm gonna be flipping it. Did I ink? I can't
Hey,
sell it,
on the
bro. Might as
Golden
well.
Mickey, can you even tell that it's ink? Well, yeah, because it still has like little circular.
Yeah.
thingies.
Yeah.
Is
But-
it gold behind the card? I don't know.
Honestly, dude, I haven't seen it in such a long time that thing's missing. I don't even know where it's at right now. But I just can't get rid of it, bro. It's tough out here. But anyways, so obviously I think we had gotten World States. No, I think we only got it from the leaks that shouldn't have happened. But so Worlds is announced June 28th to 29th.
There were rumors that we
Nah, they're
heard
leaks.
through the grapevine.
And as everyone knows already, it's not open to the public. Everyone is upset about it. But at least they mentioned that we can still earn a whole new world a different way. They haven't revealed how, but at least everybody that's not going to Worlds will have a shot somehow to earn it. They didn't really explain it yet. But these are going to be the broadcast team for Worlds. We got Rebecca, we got JD, JDC Quest, B Squared, the Limiteers, and then obviously Baker going to be singing Be Prepared the whole time. So
But you know,
Oh, wait,
he didn't get an invite
Oh,
to broadcast.
Oh no.
Mr.
Oh no.
Mr. Species.
Mr. Specimen.
Not like this.
It's probably crashing out right now, bro.
He's definitely crashing out.
Yeah,
Definitely
he is.
crashing out.
I will
I think he
say
made a crash
this-
out video already.
This is an
Oh.
amazing cast of people that they got
Yeah, definitely.
commentating, and this is amazing. I would not switch anybody to put anybody in here. This is great, and I'm glad they did this one. And this is just, I'm glad they did what they did and have this specific casting of people. Because I can watch this and enjoy JD. Like, oh my gosh, shout out to him, man. He is amazing, man.
He
is amazing.
He smashes Uncrustables.
Oh
Yeah.
man, that guy.
Did you guys see him smash the burrito? That's crazy. Did you guys see that when he smashed the burrito? He one bit a burrito that was like this big, bro. He just one shot that thing. I was like, bro, what the fuck?
I'll say one.
Also, I love Baker too. Baker, oh my, he's great.
Yeah.
Baker's the best. I'll say one other than Specie that I do wish had a chance was Brandon from Podcana. I always
that
love
would have been
watching
great,
him
too.
cast.
That would have been solid.
Yeah, he would have been amazing.
That's why I'm surprised they only picked 5. I thought it would have been more of a even number with 6. So then it'd be 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Like, so they could split. So there's always going to be one caster that's going to stay behind. But, hey.
Yeah. But that's the world's news.
Yeah, but watch party for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Watch party for sure.
Most likely, yeah.
We can
That,
still make it
most
fun,
likely
guys.
we might be having, right? We might be having a watch
We'll
party.
probably have a cookout.
We'll have a watch party cookout party where we will be
World's
commenting
cookout.
ourselves on what's going on with the plays, as we can say things that maybe these not maybe these casters cannot say completely at all. How we would do certain things.
Yeah.
One thing I've been noticing, like I've been getting more comfortable on camera, which is kind of cool. Like I would want people to appreciate, like, you know, like when we love something, at least me and Danny, when we love something, we'll tell y'all we love something. But when me and Danny will hate something, we will be really upfront about it and say it. But I mean, I hope at least that's a little appreciation, because you'll get literally the realest of, the realest of version of us.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, definitely, right? Like we want to be we're players. We want to be authentic to you guys. We go through the stepping stones of doing these set champs, going to DLCs. If we think a card is cheeks, we're gonna tell you that's kind of cheeks. But unfortunately, like the casters aren't able to because of the big mouse. But hey.
Yeah. So unfortunately, they did not mention any DLC news. They did say that they would be showing or revealing the schedule during the World's broadcast. So if you guys want to, whichever one wants to know about it, make sure you tune in and watch it. You should watch it anyways. It's going to be top tier gameplay. But they did drop some hints during the thing. They did say later on, or something like later this year, DLC, something like that. So it is signifying, at least from what they said, obviously they can change their mind later, but it is signifying that somewhere towards the end of the year they will be doing the DLCs. And then they also said, that's why it's all speculations, right? They also said, with their wording, they said something like the
events.
DLC.
Did you guys catch the part when he said, "Oh, you're gonna tell us
yeah.
about the events coming up?" And he's like, and then the guy was like, "Event." He's like,
Event.
"Oh
Yeah,
the
Just
event
one. Yeah.
coming up." And I was like, "I got him."
Yeah, and then they also said that rotations will be lining up with the DLC season. So I mean, if we look at when Fabled's coming out, which is going to be the first rotation, it comes out in September, so we can kind of speculate that DLCs might start somewhere around after September. Maybe we'll get one in September. Maybe we'll get one September, October, or November. I'm assuming they're going to skip Christmas like they did last time, because they said they want people to enjoy time with their families. But we might get at least 1 or 2 maybe from the time frame from September to December. And then obviously we'll kick them off January, February, March, April, May, June, right? All that good stuff. So
I think
it makes
PPG might need to take a little bit of that from Ravensburger, where they're like, hey, let's not schedule stuff holidays so people can spend time with their families.
Yeah, that's kind of wild, that tournament that they're gonna do. But yeah, I agree.
But it makes sense that there's one set 9, right? New rotation. I hope set 9 we're back on schedule.
Yeah, so then we got.
I will say something with PPG. I mean, because I'm pretty sure by now the rumors are pretty much known that PPG is not going to be with Lorcana Ravensburger. So something that's good about this, that I noticed in Yu-Gi-Oh, like Yu-Gi-Oh, Konami holds their own stuff, and then PPG has their big tournaments for money, right? Okay, so now we'll be able to have that with Lorcana because it'll be a tournament organizer or themselves, and then PPG will run their like circuit stuff, which means more events.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're not going to do it on the same day, whether they like each other or not. I don't know how they ended up, whatever. They're not going to do it on the same days because they want the most. So now, if you're like a true grinder, you can truly grind. Or, oh, I missed this one. Hey, but I can make the PPG 15K.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed the 15, but I guess I get the DLC. Oh, Ben Bright is, I mean, hopefully it's not through Ben Bright again. If Ben Bright told me, told Eddie again. Well, at least I got to see it for the 5K.
Don't say that.
But yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
that's good. It could only be good for, like, the competitive scene because it's just more tournaments. As the community grows, there's more space. So,
Yeah,
that's cool.
Definitely. Super good take. Yeah, you're right.
No, 100%. And, I mean, if any of you guys watched the Forbidden Mountains video with what's his name? George Machado or something like that? They did say, obviously, I think we already talked about it last episode, the 15K coming up. They're also having, like some kind of thing for local game stores that they can sign up to. I think basically like the winner of your local game store tournament is gonna get like a buy at the 15K or something like that. There's more news on that, and then they also said in the Forbidden Mountain video that they have an announcement tomorrow, which we'll cover on Friday or something. I'm assuming. Well, they basically said that they got 3 big events coming up, so they might be 3 more events, like 15K kind of big kind of events coming up the rest of the year that they also have planned. So like Hector said, it's going to be obviously we don't have DLCs going on right now, but hopefully they'll be willing to cover those gaps for those like huge tournaments, right? So, and they already handled the DLC, right? They already handled the 2,000 players, so I mean, I'm sure they can host 500,000 players, you know. So
like this is definitely the best news, I think, right? We're gonna have, like Hector said, we're gonna have so many more events now. There shouldn't really be any dry spills. So you're gonna be, I bet PPG is gonna be like, you know what? We're gonna have that little spot in the middle between DLCs and set champs, and they're gonna take up all those spots, and it's gonna be great. You're gonna go what? DLC, PPGs, set champs, DLC, PPG, set champs, and just keep rolling down. It's gonna be great.
And then SCG if they pick it up too.
Vegas or
crazy.
What was the one in Vegas?
Yeah, it's SCG. SCG.
Yeah, SCG. Yeah.
That was great. Hey, that event, even though there was not that many people because everyone was at, I think it was
Chicago,
Texas or something. Oh, Chicago. Great event.
Yeah.
One thing I will say is, guys, enjoy the journey. Enjoy the journey. Enjoy what your currently state of Lorcana is. I remember when it started just at locals, and I met Eddie through AG, and it was just that. Now it's just so much of it takes over that I just naturally can't have that again. This right now, the events with Red Saber, with TCG, with TDK, with San Diego, and all that. There's gonna be a point maybe where there's gonna be so many of these other bigger events where we won't even have possibly that many of those. We'll be like, dang, remember guys? And it'll be like 1 week TCG triple gaze, and then the next week goes on 4 gaze. You know,
and then
so enjoy that.
And then there's gonna be so many big events that you're not gonna feel bad missing one, which is gonna feel great, right? Because you're gonna be like, oh, I know there's gonna be a big event coming up next month, like a huge event, so it's not that big of a deal to miss this one, right? Because that's like the big thing, right? Like we hear a big event announced and we're like, dude, we can't miss this because who knows when the next one's gonna come. So yeah. But moving forward, so we're gonna just go over some quick announcements that they did. So I think the Reign of Jafar release, I don't have the exact date, but I'm almost pretty sure that it releases on May 30th. So that's the release date for that one. For obviously hobby stores and stuff, right? And then they showed the Fable release date, which is August 29th. Full release 5th, I believe. Full release is major retailers. And then they did announce set 9 name, which is going to be called Whispers in the Well. And I believe this is where they're going to have the Black Cauldron finally introduced, the movie, and then Gargoyles, I believe.
Yay. Love gargoyles.
Dude, that's crazy. Gargoyles?
Yeah, dude. It's going to be crazy.
And then we got my favorite. I think
Everyone's favorite, though.
Yeah.
That's everyone's favorite. This is my favorite.
Rosh.
Yes.
I love the Goofy movie, bro. I watched that movie so many times.
I'm a big fan of number 2. I like number 2.
It's okay.
Both
The
more
first,
than
the first one's
amazing.
fire. Yeah.
Well, first
But
one's
I like
fine, but I'm
both.
just
no,
a fan of number two.
I like number two too. Yeah. But yeah. So
I never watched them.
You should watch it, bro.
Oh.
You should watch it.
Oof.
You should
Oof.
watch it, bro.
Can't say that out loud.
I see
I'll
these
edit that
and
part
they look
out.
super cool. They look super cool, but I'm like, yeah, I gotta watch it. Apparently, there's something I'm missing that I just
Bro, the songs in
You
this,
gotta watch.
the
Dude,
songs
I'll watch
in this,
it. I'll watch
in
it
this
with
movie
you.
are bangers.
Oh yeah.
Hey, on the world's watch party, we'll also watch
definitely
Goofy
watch it.
movie.
I see like
Yeah,
a lot of
watch-
the video clips. Like, there's been a lot of videos and clips of this guy performing and stuff. So like, I know this is cool. And like,
Dude,
yeah,
I feel like I know you, and I know you will
Yeah,
love the
bro.
movie.
Oh, I probably will.
Like
I
literally,
probably 100% will.
like the beginning scene.
Just look at the
it-
picture and that just yeah.
Yeah, like the beginning scene of him like singing Powerline song like at his school. It's like literally the best part of the movie. Like in my opinion, like I freaking love that part. So, but
Yo,
yeah,
Stacy, talk to me,
talk to me, baby.
Talk to me.
Yeah, bro, I love that movie, dude. But yeah, this. I don't know if this is gonna be enchanted or what, but this art looks beautiful, and I didn't catch it. I don't know if you guys caught it, but I don't know if they're saying Goofy movie's coming set 8 or set 9. So I don't know if it's coming in Reign of Jafar or Fabled. I'm assuming Fabled because it doesn't seem like it would be Reign of Jafar
set
lore,
9.
right? So
Yeah.
and then the other one they revealed is I don't even know the name of this. This is where I'm out of touch at, but I don't know.
Bro, Darkwing Duck.
Yep. So this looks
Darkwing
cool
Duck's
too,
good.
bro.
Pretty solid.
But,
Nah, dude, so hyped for this, dude. Like this is
I
like
wasn't
the
a
other
big
huge
fan, but
'90s song.
I watched it here and there.
You know, I grew up watching this. It's classic. It's like classic '90s vibe. Like people have been asking for this for a long time, and they said it's gonna come out 2026. So we're gonna have to wait a little longer. But dude, I'm hyped for this.
Where
Like,
is this
this
from?
one also has like a classic song. It's like its own sitcom, like from like one of those like cartoon sitcoms, like Saturday
Yeah.
morning. You would watch them. You never saw
I'm
this,
still waiting on
Hector?
some. I'm still waiting on
I
some
know,
Pocahontas. That's what I'm waiting on.
bro, they were
True.
talking about like franchises that haven't made it in. In my back of my head, I was just thinking, no way they're gonna reveal Kingdom Hearts. There's no way.
Bro,
Oh my gosh.
that'll break. That'll break.
Bro, it's
the
'cause they
world.
kept saying,
that'll break
like,
the internet. That'll
oh,
break TCG.
Yeah, because they kept saying like, franchise that everyone's asking about and hasn't been introduced. I'm like, what are they talking about? And then they showed the Goofy movie, which I was still hyped, but I'm like, bro, there's no way they're gonna pull out a Kingdom Hearts card or something. I'm like, dude, I'll freaking flip my whole phone right now, flip the whole table, like I'd go crazy. But
I'm waiting some
Yeah,
Pocahontas, man. So many good songs in there that can just be great cards. I hope so.
Dude, give me Nightmare Before Christmas. That's what I want.
Oh my gosh. When
Oh, yeah,
Nightmare
that
Before
too.
Christmas gets announced, oh man.
that too.
And
I can't wait for all the
No,
Pixar
what's
stuff
the
too.
big guy? Oh, why can't I think of it right now?
this is Halloween card or
Oogie
Oogie
Boogie?
Boogie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
Boogie.
gosh, Enchanted?
That'd be
Enchanted.
great.
Yes.
That'd be crazy. Actually, any
Oh.
Enchanted from that movie would look hot, bro.
Oh my gosh. That's crazy.
Yeah. I can't wait for
That's
Pixar
my
too,
all
bro.
time. Yeah, like Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah, incredible.
Enchanted.
Oh my god.
I'm waiting for Monster. I'm pushing
Monsters
Monsters
Inc. Hell
Inc.
yeah.
Oh, there's not too many
Oh.
songs. I think there's only like one song.
Bro,
But Monsters Inc.
they could put the song put that thing back where it came from, or so help me. Boom, boom.
It's a bounce card for sure.
Yeah, put that thing
Right.
back.
But now like they have the new series, so like they can add a whole bunch of new characters with that also. It's freaking great.
Yeah, but
Hey guys, okay, this might be is that Nickelodeon? It was Phineas and Ferb.
yeah, it's Disney. Disney.
Is
That's
Disney?
Disney.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good to know, good to
Yeah,
know.
there's so many ways they can go. That's why this game,
Yeah.
this game could go on for so long.
Did
There's
you guys ever
so
watch
many
The
things
American
to
Dragon?
buy.
Oh yeah.
That's Disney, too.
Well, Kim Possible, all
Yeah,
that,
Kim
right?
Possible,
Like
yeah.
all that.
Kim Possible.
But yeah, was the American Dragon with Jackie Chan, right?
Yeah, it's like the Chinese like kid that
Jackie
turned
Chan,
into a
yeah,
dragon.
Jackie Chan was my grandfather.
Oh, I think so. Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
he voiced it. Yeah.
Kim Possible was like everyone's crushes growing up.
Yeah,
bro, when you were like,
100%.
oh, Kim Possible. Oh, there's the other
And
one.
then
The other girl, the
Shiva,
goth, the
Shiva,
goth
yeah,
girl.
Shiva, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
with
Shiva.
green hair.
Woo. Calm
Yeah.
down.
Relax, bro. Relax.
Okay.
We gotta
Hey,
keep this
my
PG,
bad. My
bro.
6th grade Hector just.
Gotta keep
Anyway,
this PG, bro.
continue.
Anyways, what everybody wants to talk about, what everybody's so happy about, rotation got announced. A lot of people were speculating it. So, in case people are confused, rotation's not starting on set 8. It will start set 9. So when set 9 comes out, you will no longer be able to play cards from set 1, 2, 3, or 4 unless it gets reprinted in Fabled or in future sets. So basically, and then they obviously showed the other picture of how rotation will look after those sets. So some of these pictures are kind of a little bit confusing. So basically, from what I understand, is when the rotation first hits, it's always going to be 5 sets available. And then when the rotation is about to like end, it's going to be 8 sets available. So that's basically the best way I understood it, right? So for when Shimmering Skies comes out, or when Fabled comes out, we're only going to have Shimmering Skies, Azurite Sea, Arcadia's Island, Reign of Jafar, and Fabled available. But then obviously we're going to have set 10, 11, 12 when they come out. So we'll be able to play with 8 sets at the end of the rotation. And then when set 13 comes out, then we'll go back to only having 5 sets available, which will be Fabled, set 10, set 11, set 12, and set 13.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So at the start of every rotation, we're only going to have 5 sets available. At the end of every rotation, we're going to have 8 sets available to play with every time.
There is going to be one set where 8 sets are available, like the one we're just about to have.
Yep. Yes. Every time.
Yeah, Reign of Jafar.
That's okay. Okay, I like that.
I think how it's going is that when Fable comes out, it's gonna be a big set, and it's gonna have a lot of reprinted cards.
I don't think so.
To where it's gonna, I think it's gonna feel like, man, we have so many reprinted cards that it feels almost like 8 sets.
No, I think
it
think
sounds
it's
like
gonna have 200 because if you look at like the Rockstar stage, if you look at the bottom, it's like number 11. So they're still counting it as within the set. But like I said, from what I understood,
we haven't got that many reveals.
Yeah, that's true. But like the biggest thing I understood is like rotation. At the beginning of the rotation, it's always gonna have 5 sets available to play with, and then at the end of the rotation, before we go into the new rotation, we're always gonna have 8 sets available to play with. So kind of like right now, right? We're gonna go into Reign of Jafar. We're gonna have 8 sets available to play with, and then when Fabled hits, we're gonna go back down to 5. So Shimmering Skies, Azurite Sea, Arcadian, and then Reign of Jafar, and then Fabled. And then by the time set 13 hits, which is the new rotation, we'll have 8 sets available to play with again, which will be Shimmering Skies, the 4, right? Shimmering Skies, Azurite, Arcadia's Reign, Fabled, set 10, 11, 12. So, I mean, I don't think that's
so.
At
worst, the worst card pool will be at 5 sets.
Basically.
But technically, every time we hit 5 sets, is gonna be probably the reprint set.
Yeah, and I'm assuming they're probably gonna I'm assuming they're still gonna do reprints set 10, 11, and 12, right? Like I would assume so.
Maybe like
who knows?
But I think there's set 5, like the set 5 rotation part is gonna be a reprint set.
Yeah, like
so like let's say there's 200 cards. I can see there being literally like 80 reprints and then everything new. But those 80 reprints also have the new artwork that way still you spend your money.
Yeah, hopefully they do that because that's one of the main things people are complaining about. Like, why are you reprinting cards with the same exact art?
Yeah, so. and that's why I think so. I don't know, just from coming from Hearthstone, even though it's an online game, they eventually created a core set. So these cards will always be available. These are the main cards that will never be rotated out. You always will have these. It's basically what's going on with, I think, but that's what maybe they might do with Fabled. So once we get to like set 20 or whatever, after the next 10, they're going to be like, oh, these cards will never be rotated out unless they be considered banned or whatever, so that they won't have to reprint them again or whatever, however they want to do it.
Yeah. And then bans, obviously, the Hiram and Fortisphere ban only apply. Sorry, with this rotation, this is going to be the core. Let's call it core constructed. And then they introduce, which I didn't get a picture of the name, but they introduced Infinity Constructed, I believe is what it's called, and that's basically going to be where every card's going to be available at all times. Like no cards are rotated out, but they will also be banned. So the Hiram and Fortisphere bans are only applicable to, which I don't even know why that makes sense because they're gonna get rotated out anyways. But they're only applicable to core constructed. But technically, if you go play at an Infinity Constructed event at a DLC, because they're gonna have them at side events, you can still play Hiram and Fortisphere, from what I understood, because those are separate bans.
I mean, yeah, they haven't really clarified the details of Infinity. almost call it legacy.
Yeah, I'm
But,
on
I'm
legacy too.
opposite. I caught it as in the band still stood when I watched it.
No, from what I understood, is
Because that's why there's bans and there's a rotation, because the bans is like those cards in competitive play. Because Infinity, they pretty much made it out to seem still competitive play.
Yeah, I mean, from what I understood, they're just gonna have it as side events at DLCs. I mean, it might become a bigger thing, but we'll see.
I don't know if they just want to do like the side events Infinity just for everyone to play Blue Steel.
Maybe.
Like,
Yeah, but like I
is
said,
it gonna be Infinity or
from
is
what
it
I
gonna be
understand,
Blue Steel?
from what I understood, and everybody understands
Come
it
play my
too.
Scourges.
From what I understand, everybody understands it too, because everybody in Sailor's Discord was like, "Dude, we're gonna play Hiram again and Infinity Constructed, and we're gonna just have some fun." So
That would be whack. That
Just
would
gonna be like blue steel mirrors all day.
That would be whack. That would be still whack.
yeah, but they might just go ahead and ban them in Infinity Constructed too. Like, you never know, right?
I'm sure if a car is ban worthy in Infinity, he's still gonna be busted, so you still gotta keep banning him. Like, that's not gonna change.
Yeah, but so yeah, I mean, we'll
People will
see.
never be able to play Hiram
Take it.
ever again. Plain and simple.
Yeah,
They made this card to never be played again.
Yeah.
Just like Bucky.
I mean, if that was the case, I feel like they would have just eroded him, right?
Well,
Like
you can play Bucky.
That's why they did Bucky.
Yeah, you
He's
can
not
play Bucky.
like Bucky's not banned.
Hey, but if
He's
Danny
not-
didn't play Bucky when he was
Don't say
busted,
that.
he's not gonna play Bucky.
Or not like that.
I'm just saying you can.
But anyways,
Yeah.
I mean, we got it. Like, everybody's saying that rotation's killing the game, guys. We haven't even played it. We haven't even looked at what reprints are going to be out. The only thing I said was, if they don't reprint any, because if you look at set 1 through 4, that's all our removal right there. Literally, all our removal is right there. So if they don't reprint any of these removals, I'm gonna be sick. There's no way I'm gonna just be slamming cards down on the board every time, challenging. Like, that's not. I don't find that fun. Me personally, I'm sure other people like it, but me personally, I will not find that fun. So I hope they, and I'm assuming they will, because every card game needs a removal. Like, I hope they reprint some removal, because I will be sad.
If no color, if like almost no color has removal and they don't do reprints on removal, which they are, they just do hypothetical.
Yeah.
Would have to, right? Because you would have to have.
I'm playing Purple.
Yeah, you would have to have literally like if for every color to have the removal. Blue, what you're looking at? Hades, Amber. What are you looking at? You're looking at World's Greatest.
World's Greatest, yeah.
Or
Amber
There's
doesn't
also the
have
mini.
removal, but yeah.
But
You
like
want,
all the
what you want in Amber is your singers. You want your singers to come back.
Yeah,
but
we need like
singers. You're gonna sing nothing.
you're gonna sing, you're
because
gonna
it's still, you
sing,
want your still songs to come back.
Yeah, but that's why like. Then okay, let's just go to Purple. Right, Purple doesn't really have any removal except the characters that
Well,
you can trade with.
They're keeping it, right? Their Elsa is kind of like the removal. Elsa Bell.
Right, but
yeah,
that's it.
Elsa.
Elsa
There's no
Or
crab
what?
though.
Pan and Iago, like currently, right? That's it. What else is there? Steel's the only one that
Well,
needs
if
to
they
have.
If they don't give me back Maui, I'm gonna be mad as hell.
I know. The
Like
five drop
drop,
Russia.
right?
Yeah.
Hero to all.
Oh.
I can see that not coming back.
The
It
classic.
probably will come back, but
Because if none of this removal comes back, just like Ethan, he's not here right now, but Ethan says Maui Shark just becomes absurd.
okay. So
It's
this is okay. So because me and Danny were talking about it for a bit. Okay, so let's say I know, and I heard Eddie say classic. Okay, because I know a lot of people want to talk about it. This is probably our main topic, right? The
Yeah,
rotation.
100%. I mean,
Okay.
we were talking about it last
All right.
last
So
video too.
we
but-
actually I want to. Okay, hear me out. Okay. So we said classic when we think like Maui, Rapunzel, Ariel, Maleficent, right? We think all these are iconic cards.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. But at one point, I think there's gonna be at what point do they gonna have to be like, hey, we can't just like keep reprinting all the classics because eventually then they will never ever get rotated
Okay,
out.
my apologies.
Okay,
They don't
that's
have to
one,
reprint, but they gotta either reprint or print new ones.
Oh yeah, okay. Now two, in characters we have so many Mauis, right? This is something for the chat to think about because I was actually curious when Danny said that. I'm like, he has a point, but I think I also had a point. Okay, Mauis, you have a bunch of Mauis, you have a bunch of Ismas, you have all that. Okay. Now let's talk about people play this because they love Disney as well. For example, A Whole New World, right? So A Whole New World. Do you reprint A Whole New World? Do you make another song that says titled A Whole New World or just have lyrics of A Whole New World in different effect? Because if you're just going to say, we're just not going to have A Whole New World in our game, that's crazy. This is a Disney card game.
Yeah.
Like the Whole New World is like the Disney song. It's so like. What do you guys think about that? Do they just keep reprinting Whole New World? Do like they change the effect? Do they just add lyrics like maybe? But
Well,
like
they've done it. They've done it for Be Prepared, right? There's like 3 different songs of Be Prepared lyrics.
Yeah. But I think
Right,
they would
yeah,
have to switch. I think they would still reprint, but they would have to reprint every other rotation. So say Whole New World doesn't make this rotation, but the following rotation it does. It gets reprinted as a different card, just like in Magic, like a different
because every year,
design and
right?
everything.
Every year.
Yeah, kind of.
Because every
Yeah,
force
yeah.
set, it's quarter force fest every year. Okay.
Yeah. So maybe it's say it's not Whole New World, say it's B Prep. It's just it skips a rotation, but the following rotation, it's like B Prep comes back. It's a different design. It's a different.
I don't think they're gonna do that though because they're saying that you could play old versions of it.
Yeah. No, but nothing changes. It's just a different design. It's a different quote from the whatever part of the song is,
At the
but it
bottom.
does the same. But it
That'd be
does the
cool.
exact same thing. Just
That'd
like
be
in
cool.
Magic. Just like in Magic, where I think it's Lightning Bolt or Storm Bolt. So many different designs, does the same thing, costs
Different
the same
art,
thing.
different subtext,
different art,
but same
all it is.
effect. That would
Yeah.
be cool. Also, I could see your point of like maybe for Holy World for 1 year is not allowed because it has that like, hey, they're about to announce the reprint set. The suspense, like Yu-Gi-Oh! Whenever it announces the ban list, what's coming back, right? So it's gonna build that like thing of like, and then they're gonna do the list, and and it's like a whole new world comebacks this year. Everyone goes kind of crazy and like the hype. So it's kind of good to give certain cards a rest. Like Rapunzel is not in the. So then next year it gets announced, big old hype, right? So maybe it is gonna be cool to give some cards a rest for a year, come back, rest for a year.
And then
Interesting.
everybody claiming like to reprint like the whole Steel Song core. Like I also don't agree with that. Like I'm just saying removal as general, but I also don't agree with like reprinting the whole core because we don't want to see Amber Steel be the same Amber Steel every time. You know what I'm saying? Like, do we want to see Steel Song be Steel Song? I mean, Amber Steel be Steel Song for the rest of the game? Like, no, that's gonna be boring. Like, let's see a new archetype come out of. Let Chimp just in time be the main Amber Steel. Like stuff like that, right? Like, we don't want to see Blue Red always be the the deck that it is right now. We don't want to see
Yep.
like you know what I'm saying. Like, we want to see the same.
There's a
color
reason
pairing,
it's
but-
supposed to be rotation, so something has to be rotated out.
Yeah, exactly.
Also,
What are you feeling over there, Eddie?
Crazy take is still a business. You playing your chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3 cards not entitled to buy the new product or the new songs that come out is not making them any money. So there's gonna be new songs. They can't reprint every. They're not gonna reprint They're not gonna reprint Cannons. Let the Stone Rage. Man, they're not gonna do all of those. They're gonna probably pick a few, but
Yeah. What are you feeling, Eddie? Kind of quiet over there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm I'm listening to what you guys are saying, and I really feel like we are gonna get reprints, and I think that's one of the exciting things is we are waiting to see which decks get to keep like their key pieces going into this new rotation. Obviously, don't expect full list to transfer over, but I do expect like changes to the design, like maybe we don't get a whole new world like the exact card, but maybe we get like a different version of a wheel that does a wheel in a different way, maybe that costs more or does it with different interaction. I noticed like with other card games you keep the same effects but it just costs different, or there's like more to it for it to do what it used to do. Usually like original set cards are just usually the most overpowered version of the idea, and then we see like lower powered like iterations or variations of the classic card, but in a different way, in a different format with different interactions, maybe with new mechanics. I expect new mechanics for sure, right? Because they're trying to keep the game fresh. So I'm really curious of what they're going to do to develop and shape the game, because new mechanics is like it's hard to predict, right? What's a whole new keyword? What's a whole new character type? What's a whole new maybe there's gonna be zero cost cards. Maybe there's gonna be a whole new type of card. Maybe it's not a character or an action or location. Maybe there's a whole new thing. So I think this opens up the opportunity to create different card types, and then that's gonna maybe change how we just see the game. So I'm excited to see how much they're gonna change the game, and also hopefully keep some of our favorite cards, like you said, Hector, like the IP is especially valuable with some songs, right? Lorcana is built on its songs, so we expect the songs to stay, but maybe different things should be evolved. Right?
Because I
like you were saying.
Yeah, I do agree with what you said with the whole new, like they could just make a card that's similar. Yeah, but in my head it's just like in a card game where like Disney card game, and like they have a whole new world not being part of the game, right? Because like we said with Maui, Rapunzel's, you reprint different characters with the same thing. You can't have you can't just redo a whole new world with like a different effect. Like Danny said, it would be cool to do a different artwork, different subtext, but like. What about cards like a whole new world? Like, do those cards just never leave rotation? But I do like Danny's take of like maybe that's a good fix of like maybe 1 year give it a break.
Yeah, it'll sound crazy to not have it, right? But I mean, we never know what they're printing next, right? Like even like how Eddie said, maybe we get like a weaker version of Whole New World. Discard, both players discard their hand, they draw 4 or something like that, and it's a cheaper song, it's a 3-cost song or something. You get what I'm saying? Like it's like a Whole New World, but a different weaker version of it.
Like they just use lyrics from it, right?
Yeah, they could just use it'll now be called "I Can Show You the World."
That way it doesn't fully feel gone.
Undescribable feeling.
Yeah.
That way, yeah, indescribable feeling. Yeah, that way.
That one would just be that Whole New World set. One would just be bleh, unless they ever brought it back.
Yeah. But I did. It kind of goes into it, but I want to see what you guys think. I did hear. I forgot who said it, but during the live stream, I did hear someone say because obviously when bans happen, people go into uproar and say oh, the company's dumb, how can they allow it? I mean, no offense Danny, but I've heard Danny say it, say how are they not play testing? But I do like what they said. They kind of said they gotta kind of push the limit sometimes and see how broken things are, because and I kind of agree with this. I want to know your guys' take, because if there's not broken things or things that are a little bit pushed, I don't know about you guys, but I like playing sets where there are some overpowered cards. Obviously, if it just becomes way too overpowered, I'm okay, this is too much, right? But imagine they didn't print Hiram for the first 3-4 sets. We wouldn't have gotten a blue red item version for or blue red viable deck for a while. So obviously we did see that Hiram was pushed. Everybody saw the card and we were like, dude, what are these stats, right? But they pushed that limit. They pushed the limits on the stats to push the card, the draw effect on the card. And if that wouldn't have happened, we wouldn't have had blue-red for literally almost 4 or 5 sets. So, and then people are, harassing Ravensburger because they printed the card. It's dude, sometimes cards need to be pushed a little bit just to see how it is. And then it happens. Sometimes we'll just have to fix the mistake and ban it. And just because a card was banned doesn't mean it was a wrong mistake, right? But I kind of agree with that take. I don't know what you guys think.
We're getting a big brain chat, so I gotta match you guys. Big brain chats right now, so I gotta log in.
IQ just went up.
Eddie, you want to go first?
So take on what
basically them saying it's okay for cards to be banned. Obviously, they're not gonna make cards all the time. They don't want it. Basically, what they said is it's okay for cards to be banned. The goal is obviously not to get 2 cards banned every set or something, but if one card gets banned every 4 or 5 sets, that's not a bad thing, And a lot of people are taking it as a bad thing.
Eddie's he was saying Hiram was banned, but if this banned card did not exist, literally blue red would have never been created until 3-4 sets later. So it was needed to be pushed. That way, new color combinations could be possible blue red. If not, we would not have blue red for a while. Maybe they do that for Christmas one day. They maybe do that for blah 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 to push ruby steel. So maybe these push over the limit is probably going to be banned in a year, but we need to push these colors, so let's do it. That's what he's going
to. But that's different. It wasn't Hiram's fault. It was bringing 4 other cards in that same color that made Hiram the problem. If they didn't put those 4 cards in that same color, Hiram could probably still be here. But
I think they just messed up set 7. Yep.
So they could put Bell in purple. But, so there could have been 2 purple bells, or Bell in green, because then there could have been, you could have actually did Baja Blast a whole lot better, right? or it would be the same thing kind of. But like Bell could have been a different color, and then it would have been able to have the Bell shift line a lot better in different colors. It could have been what else? Scrooge. Scrooge didn't have to go in.
But blue desperately needed a one drop.
All you needed was a Tamatoa, the small Tamatoa, and blue would have been solid. Bringing back 2 popsicles is insane.
I promise you, people would have still wanted to ban. If just Tamatoa came in, I promise you, people would still want to ban Hiram.
I think
Tamatoa is what pushed Hiram. Yeah, Tamatoa is what pushed Hiram.
Yeah,
No way.
I think Tamatoa was a problem.
What? Bell on 1?
Bro, you gotta realize that when
Bell on 1's what pushed Fortisphere.
Yeah, Bell on 1 is what pushed Blue Steel. You gotta realize that Blue Reds weren't running Bell until, I mean, some of them are kind of running it now, but Bell wasn't showing up in Blue Red. It was majority Blue Steel. Tamatoa was showing up. Tamatoa was showing up in 4s on both decks, on both Blue Steel.
Tamatoa was showing up as 4-ups in every blue deck.
Yeah.
And Scrooge was showing up on both decks also.
I feel like if you bring Scrooge and Bell, not Tamatoa, in that set, then Hiram would have stayed.
Yeah, no, I agree. But like, let's say those cards belong in blue, right? So we would have just prolonged it. Eventually, they would have printed those cards, whether it happened to set later, and then Hiram was gonna get back. Like,
what if you don't prolong it and you just wait for the rotation anyway? Don't reprint it. So, AKA, they did mess up on the set. They were them banning it because if they're doing rotation, but then they banned the card, they said, we messed up.
No, 100%. They did mess up.
Because if they did, they were like doing it thoughtologically. Well, we're overpowering this card, so it's okay because there's going to be rotation. Then it's okay because it just runs out of rotation. You don't reprint it, and you're good. It was an emergency ban list. Let's be real. They messed up.
Yeah, and that's what.
So the logic, I think, between like how you're saying the whole Hiram thing, it goes the same way with Ariel. Dude, Ariel's insane. Being able to scry 4, find a song that any of your characters, your 2-drop, your 1-drop can sing is insane.
Yeah,
but we need that card. There's no other card that does what Ariel does.
I do agree though.
There's ways to scry in other colors.
Think about it. If there's no Ariel, there would have been no Amber Steel for like the first 3 sets, and it was already pretty much just purple red. Now imagine literally just purple red. I mean literally.
Right.
Maybe the game would not have survived.
Yeah, probably not.
There was a lot of Amber
Steel.
Actually, that's actually peace. We might have needed Ariel, low key.
Yeah.
Well, Ariel's been out since chapter 1.
But so now
we've always had Ariel.
Okay. Hopefully she doesn't get reprinted out of rotation and then just print different.
I hope she doesn't get reprinted so that at least it gives all these other singers like an opportunity to shine a little bit more, right? Because not even Gaston. Like I think Gaston gets rotated out, Ariel gets rotated out, but you have all these other 4-drop singers. You'll still be able to run Naveen. You have the new singers that are coming out. So you're able to use those and optimize those as your singers.
Yeah.
And
the Aurora. And the new Aurora, right?
And I'm sure you'll still have shifters. You'll still have shifters, by the way. That can still shift and sing on 3.
Yeah, but they kind of go off of that. Like, no one was playing songs until Cindy came out.
No, bro. Right? What do you mean? There was no songs in set 1. Like,
there wasn't that many singers in set 1. There really was.
Yeah, but they're still doing it. It was the OP thing.
Yeah,
to do.
Wait, but what songs were set 1? The only song. There was no songs set 1.
There were not. The only real singer was Ariel. Who else? I really can't think of one other than Ariel. Chapter 1.
It was just Ariel, and you're a shifting Rockstar.
They were playing Grab
and shifting Tink.
Yeah, the only thing was Grab.
You're a shifting Tink and you're a shifting Rockstar.
You're singing Grab.
Yeah, but remember, back in the day, Grab was pretty good.
Yeah, Grab was cracked.
Grab is still pretty good, but
they had the Tink Grab play.
The Tink Grab was
I'll say to kind of
dominating everything.
Yeah, that was what Amber Steel did.
I'll say like a good example of how they kind of did things the right way was like with Emerald. Like Emerald didn't have like a draw engine until Prince John in set 3. It's like it wasn't until Prince John came out that Emerald started having like an actual draw engine.
I don't know.
And then they got better. I mean, I don't know if that was the right way, but that was a way. They're like, okay, Emerald has no identity. Let's make this
Emerald
the discard
just completely sucks until set 3.
Right?
Definitely.
Right?
It was set 3. Ursula comes out. Well, John came out set 2 with Hypnotize. Then Ursula comes out set 3 with 2-drop Ursula. So set 3 is where it took off.
That's where it took off.
Yeah, and that's why I hope at least They keep John, they keep Sudden. You could get rid of everything else. Just keep John, keep Sudden, keep that little thing going. Maybe Hypnotize. I don't think we need to double Ursula, but that's just me. You can even get rid of Diablo, but give us some other mechanics that can go into it. Especially if they get rid of the removal stuff. Like say they only bring back, they say they get rid of Let the Storm Rage on, but they keep Strength, and they keep Zeus. Shoot, all the little questers now that came out last set, they're basically the Flynn and the Merfolk, right? Because Flynn and Merfolk might get rotated out, but now you have that 3-drop, that quest, that if she's challenged, she discards a card. At least those will still help John out.
Like that's an example of what I was saying, that it's like a similar card, but it's like it costs more or it's a little different. Like it has the same effect, but it's just different. Like we already saw that with those cards, right? They're just keeping it going, and I think that's probably the direction they're going to keep going, and they're going to kind of, you know.
But I think they went away from it too. Man, I could go into discard for a lot. Like, so you look at a Merfolk. A Merfolk's a 1-drop. It's a 0/1. Then you look at a Flynn. It's a 2-drop. It's a 1/2. I would think they would just keep that pattern going. You know what? Like help discard a little bit more. But I'm biased. But I'll say it out there. The 3-drop should have been a 2/3 instead, right? Like keep that line going. It's a 0/1, 1/2.
They are helping it, but they're just moving it to purple green.
So Danny, as you as a discard player, what do you think? What do you think? Because you were like an OG discard player. So what do you think? Where they pretty much openly said we were meant to have purple green be the discard deck. Thoughts on that? Right, because the steel cards are not the ones that discard at all, right? It's the green cards, but they were meant to do it with purple. So, do you think they just messed it up, or like, maybe they stopped doing that and did some synergy with the dual in purple green? So people like, hey, it was supposed to be in purple green. Like, what are your thoughts on that?
I'll let Cesar go first.
Yeah,
or Eddie.
Well, I mean, I think it was more towards you because you've been playing discard more than any of us.
Yeah, it was like a direct one for you.
I think maybe they thought it was supposed to be green purple, but as I say, it's always going to go back to the people that design the cards. It's always going to go back to the people that test the cards. It always goes back. It has to always go back. That's their one job, their priority. They didn't see that, man, green and steel are freaking amazing together. And so let's have discard, let's have removal. What are you going to do in purple and green? You're going to draw and you're going to make them discard. What would people really want to do more? Control the field.
Yeah, they want to do it in purple green, but they were like, they never probably thought, wait, but what if they get to put a board? How are we going to remove that?
Yeah, right. Like, so
to be fair, that didn't really. To be fair, that didn't really become broken until Zan, right? Because the bucket thing, you were still running the removal, but their hand was already like discarded because bucket was so broken, right? It wasn't until it wasn't until Zan did the actual green steel full discard. So once again, I get that the people should figure it out, but we're talking about a team of
okay. Here's another one where maybe we caught them on their lie. Which Transfer, as you're watching this, just hopefully take criticism good. Like it's all love. We all love this game. But okay, hear me out. They said it was meant for purple green. Bucky says Floodborn. But there's not really purple Floodborns.
Yeah. Have they said that it's meant for purple green? I don't think they've.
Let's say we did understand it was supposed to be purple green, and you played Bucky. What Floodborns were you gonna play in during the 3, 4, 5 curve in purple?
That's why it gets rough, right? But maybe hopefully they do try. Like I brought it up during our last episodes. They do try to change the identity of colors. Maybe with this rotation, purple starts to become discard. So that's why they have the Cusco, they have the Yzma. They're trying to move it towards a different color faction. Maybe instead of steel being all the removal, maybe it goes to a different color.
The ally drawing.
What?
The ally drawing, because that's what they're pushing right now.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, right. Like, dude, ally steel you're drawing a whole bunch of stuff now. You're playing dudes for free. You're playing dudes for less cost feels like a little bit like blue instead of ramping, but you're just playing dudes extra early.
Then you're talking too much, bro.
Stop.
Stop. No, kidding.
We don't talk about the leaks. We keep that quiet.
But,
I got Texas.
but
Hey,
instead of purple being a draw engine, what's the deck that has the least amount of draw engine? Red steel. Maybe red starts getting a couple draw engine and less removal. No Medusa. Medusa's being rotated out, right? If she doesn't get repeated.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no Medusa, less removal but more draw. Hey,
Yeah,
I'm just
it's
saying.
gonna be interesting. Yeah. I mean,
What if they end up? We're talking about this whole like no. What if they really go no removals? And you know we're gonna go classic, challenge, and quest.
I'll throw up.
Chapter 1 again, dude? Calm down.
No, because chapter 1 had removal. That's the funny thing.
Oh,
I mean,
Dragonfire.
They just had B
Like we're talking about
Smash.
who's gonna do the big brain plays of who's
Cannon.
gonna do the questing first, who's gonna do the challenging first, and who's like that would be so.
I'll throw up,
bad.
No,
but then everyone goes
I'm
into time like that, right?
everywhere.
It's gonna feel like we're playing sealed, bro. I'll throw
No, they
up.
have to. They have to reprint some removal. I really don't think. The
'Cause then
game
purple
can
becomes the
function
best
without
deck.
hard removal.
And
Yeah,
the reason
no,
I
red
say,
becomes the best deck. B prep if they reprint.
I mean,
I don't
everyone
know,
expects B prep.
but I mean, like, there's absolutely no removal. Literally purple because that one's the one that can exert characters, and that's your removal.
Well, they used to be able to. Well, I
Well,
guess
what's
they still have Elsa.
Yeah, also.
But I'm saying you still have Elsa, you still have the move counters. So purple would literally have the only removal in the game. But I mean, obviously, let's be real, guys. They're gonna have removal. Like it's a TCG game. They know they need it. So I don't
But
think
there's new cards that say deal damage or put a damage. You know, it's not the same.
all
They're
those-
not
I was thinking
good.
that. I was like,
They're
man,
not-
this is a new take on. If this is a new take on removal, this is gonna be trash.
All the
Yeah.
all the green cards,
All the
damage
new
character.
Yeah, mosquito
Don't,
bite,
bro.
bro. You know,
Oh my
don't forget.
gosh.
Don't sleep on mosquito bite.
All the new cards that we're seeing, a lot of more 4 life, 5 life characters.
Bro,
These damage spells aren't gonna do anything.
They're releasing 6 health, 9 health characters. Like what the
Yeah,
hell,
like-
bro?
Let me do
I better
2
get
damage.
I better get a
Bro,
stronger
that-
Zeus, bro. Zeus for 10 or something. What the hell's going on here?
Bro, that
Hey, did you guys
Stitch
saw the
does
10
deal
10
2
Mickey Mouse?
damage.
Oh my god. Anyway.
Yeah, the 10-10 Mickey
Oh my
Mouse.
God.
How are we killing that?
10.
Oh no, so you didn't see it, Eddie?
No, I saw it. I thought it was fake.
Okay.
I thought it was AI
I
generated.
thought it was fake too.
How are-
Did you see it, Danny, or no?
Yeah, I saw it. I'm just thinking green steel.
Just shoots everything back for 5.
Green still.
How are we killing
Green
that
still.
with no Dragonfire? We're gonna have to wait to. Well, I guess it comes out on 10,
Play
right?
it.
So we could play Mally.
Play it on. Hey, throwing it out there right now. Green steel, turn 5. Hercules, whatever that card is called. Hercules.
Oh,
Play a character from your hand.
Hercules. Big
Wait,
Mickey.
what's that card? Is it the Hades or that you can play?
It's gonna get rotated out.
same
I already
name?
talked about
The
it.
same name.
I already talked about it. It's gonna get
Yeah,
rotated
same
out.
name.
Oh.
Did that card never got a chance to
Yeah,
shine?
and they already got rotated.
Never saw play.
Yeah.
There we go.
That's the thing too. Is like I think a lot of cards that maybe never got a chance to shine might get reprinted.
Hey, that's a good take because we haven't talked about that. We're talking about the good cards. What if you leave the good cards behind and wait? These cards were supposed to do these. I remember when we tested these. These were fun and these were actually did good stuff. Let's reprint those. That's a good example right there. Because that Hades under, like that could have been a good example. Now that there's more names, that card becomes more powerful. You should reprint that,
Yeah.
right? Maybe cards that like literally were underrated that in the testing. Probably maybe they know something that we never discovered. We don't know that, right? So maybe they reprint those. They're like, hey, remember they never discovered this. Let's reprint it. Now there's more options.
Definitely.
I feel like they
Prime
gotta.
example. Yeah,
I feel like
go
they
ahead.
gotta do that with like once we get more cards that do the same thing, right? Like in Runeterra, we had this like prime removal, which was called Mystic Shot, and it was just deal 2 to whatever chosen character or like face, right? And they started printing more cards like that, but it was like a obviously we don't have different spell speeds here, but they printed the same thing, deal 2, but it was at a slower speed. And then they printed one where it deals when you, I think it was like when you played 4 spells or something like that, you could deal 2 plus 1. So, but when they did rotation, obviously like playing like let's call it core constructed became OP because you had a lot of those deal 2s now. So it was starting to become a lot of overwhelming. So when they did the rotation, they because that Mystic Shot one was always like the prime one, right? Because it was like the best one. They removed that one, but they left all the other ones. So now those other ones get more time to shine because the main one wasn't, like the main OP one wasn't there anymore. So it's kind of like, I agree with that, but they got to start doing like similar effects, right? So we have like the Smash, right? Deal 3, but now make it a song deal 3, right? Or something like that. You get what I'm saying? Like kind of same somehow almost the same thing, but just a little bit different requirements are a little bit different.
So, so my one example towards Hector's thing and what we were talking about would be the D23 Mickey brooms, but with other colors besides steel,
Yes.
purple.
Yeah.
Let me see
I was
Let me see a
thinking
card.
Jens said.
let me see a green broom. Let me see a red broom. Let me see a.
That's peace.
There was no amber. There was no amber broom.
That would
Like,
be
damn,
cool.
that'd be kind of
If you
broke,
could
though,
smash
right?
in that yen Z and then just pick your color, because everyone has brooms, that would be cool.
Ooh, can you imagine they make a colorless broom?
Dude, sliver broom.
Sliver broom.
Sliver broom.
That'd be a hot
Crazy.
take. I want to
Yeah,
see that.
that'd be sick, right? Like I'm like, I want to play this D23 Mickey. It's awesome stats, it's awesome abilities, but I want better brooms or like different color
Exactly.
brooms. Give me some different color brooms.
Yeah. No, actually,
I was thinking the same thing. Like Jens said, totally slept on. Never really got a chance. So
Yep.
good, but never
Now-
got the other broom.
pros. I did want to talk a little bit about what we believe are the pros in set rotation, because this is what we're moving forward. So I'll try to see the light in it, because I think a lot of us still agree like this could be a really good thing. Like me personally, I was thinking about it. The game of Yu-Gi-Oh! I come from where there is no rotation, right? There was ban list and whatever was problematic, so they would print something. It was OP, ban it. The next set, OP, 6 months, ban it. OP. That's how they got you to buy the product. But eventually, I noticed the way you also keep buying the new product was power creep. Oh, Ariel's never going to be stopped playing. We need to make something more broken than Ariel. Rapunzel's never going to stop seeing playing. We need to make something more broken than Rapunzel. Maui, whatever, all these cards, right? A whole new world. That nothing. So we're going to make. So instead of them making more powerful cards and power creeping the game, I do believe set rotation is going to do a healthy alternative of, you know what, different card pool, but the game is no longer from like 0 to 1,000. Like, people are not going to get overwhelmed. The casual community, there's some of the people, this is their first TCG. If you do the Yu-Gi-Oh method, they're just going to like, what's this? I missed the old Lorcana. You know what I mean? For Yu-Gi-Oh, it took a while. It took 20 years. But you ask a lot of people, you do hear a lot, I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh. It is nothing how I used to play. So they changed literally the game. I do like that Lorcana, but set rotation, well, I strongly believe so. At least I hope so. Will always feel like Lorcana because of this set rotation.
Yeah.
Which is the game that I learned to love and hate to love.
Man, I hope they're taking the good and they're taking the good from Magic of how Magic does their rotations, and that's why like the reprinting part coming from Magic. But the only bad part is that Magic has a core set cards that Lorcana doesn't have. Hopefully they come out with that so that we know what cards should always be around, so that hey, we can hold on to these cards and they don't lose value. And yeah.
Did they reprint Danny like in Magic? Why not in Magic? Do they reprint like in Lorcana they did, and you can play those cards still, or was it a lot of reprints? How much was it?
Yeah, that's why like, what is it? Thoughtseize, Thunderbolt.
Oh yeah.
Thoughtseize, Thunderbolt. All the green cards that basically green cards in Magic or ramp. So there's green cards in Magic that ramp that do what Tipo. So that's why like, if blue doesn't want to lose its identity, that's why. So Tipo is what set
Kamada's Reach.
I forgot.
What's that?
Like 1 to 4, right?
4 or something. Yeah.
I think it's like 4. So
I think it's 5.
Imagine blue losing its identity of ramping. They have to reprint Tipo, right? Like, imagine not being able to ramp in blue, but blue has all these high cost characters that you want to get to super fast.
Yeah.
It's gonna feel kind of rough. So hopefully they do, like, that's the way they go. Hey, these are core cards that this color faction needs because this is their identity.
I get what you mean. So that's what they did with Magic. I get what you mean.
I just gotta feel like they just gotta not be afraid to reprint the card. Basically, like if they're doing like a errata, but actually reprint the card with a different character, right? So like let's say Rapunzel, right? We all say Rapunzel's good, right? What if they just print another Rapunzel, almost same exact effect, like like we have the Julieta, but what if they do a 3-cost, heal 2, draw 2, right? Or more cards like that to kind of bring it back, or make a stronger Rapunzel. Do a 5-cost, heal 4, draw 4, something like that.
No, that's literally what we're talking about a Yu-Gi-Oh. That is called
power
creep.
creep.
That's
That's
literally
power
what we're
Is it really power creep though? If you're also making it a higher cost and worse stats and stuff like that, but the same effect.
It was like uninkable,
Playing
maybe.
on 5 to draw 4. What the heck?
It was like a 5-cost
five or six,
uninkable.
5 or 6 cost.
But what does it do?
I'm just saying. No, I'm just saying.
Character.
What I'm saying is they reprint the same effects but different stats. It's kind of like you're almost nerfing the card or buffing the card, but you're just giving it a different name, different stats, different. Get what I'm saying? Like
For example, I think that was like saying, let's say, like it's a 10-drop Maleficent, banish 2 characters, but it could be an uninkable.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Something like that, right?
That's what.
So like
I agree with
they
you,
reprint Hiram, 2 costs, draw 1 on play and on play and on quest. You gotta banish an item, but it's like a 1/1 or something like that, right? It's almost like a Hiram, but it's a little bit different. Like they gotta be
Or a good point.
That's solid. That take right there. What he just said about Hiram's banned, but they come out with a new Hiram. I bet it's still gonna be Hiram, but exactly what he said. It's a 2-cost 1/1 that can die to anything. That on play, you draw 1. Instead of 2 cards, you draw 1 card. When you quest, you pop an item, you draw 1 card. Still good.
Yeah, that's already come out.
Well, yeah, they already have that.
It got announced, but I guess
it's not
an item, but it's the ally. But I get what you mean. But for example, I think what he's saying, also a good thing that because you brought up Hiram, what if this is where they can fix their mistake? Hey guys, this is a new Hiram. Oh, this one's a 5-drop inkable.
Yeah.
Oh, this one does not draw 2 on play.
Yeah.
You know, like they just fix it. It still draws 2, but it doesn't draw on play. It has to stick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like it's a 2/5.
Yeah.
Like do something like a little bit like can still die to a Long King Zeus. I believe everything like on that.
That's what I'm saying.
Reprint a Long King Zeus.
That's what I'm saying. They gotta reprint them, but not
so-
reprint them, right? Like it doesn't even have to be a Hiram. Just
I
but
think people
do
wouldn't be
almost
too
like the same
mad
effect.
about it. You'd get a lot of the Pam. I don't know if you guys seen The Office, but the people of the Pam when she's holding 2 pictures, you get a lot of those memes. What's the difference between this card and then this card?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
and so like that. I think certain cards they reprint, just like how you said, kind of less overpowered. So say they did print a
This
Long
is
King
where they
Zeus.
can nerf cards, basically.
Diablo, just don't out of the
But you can't sing it. But you can't sing it. It's a hard cast.
Wait, which one?
A Long Came Zeus. Say it's not a singleable card. You hard cast.
Unattainable.
I still don't like how your 2-drop can I ramp and then your 2-drop can kill my 5-drop because you sang with a 2-cost.
That's why. So maybe a lot of like those type of reprints would probably keep the game really viable. Like, hey, they're still removable, but you're not going to be able to sing it on 2. It's going to be a hard cast.
Yeah, I feel like this is where a rotation would be best, where they cannot be afraid to basically, this is their way of nerfing cards. They're going to rotate them out and then reprint them in a different way. Yeah. So
and this could be like, this is an issue. This is not. Let's not reprint this. Let's reprint this. Or if we're not going to reprint this, let's change the text. Maybe even add a different character name, and maybe they won't even know.
That's what I'm saying. Like Hiram was a mistake. Let's make him a 3-cost 1/2 now. It's gonna be called Flounder, and when he quests, he's gonna summon, and then on quest he draws 2. It's not Hiram, but it's almost Hiram, but they nerfed it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And now not everybody's mad because it wasn't an errata. They just printed a new card, right? So.
Gotcha.
It's good. Hey, that's good. I at the end of the day,
I'll take that.
I was ready to not play Lorcana anymore when I saw rotation with that, and then I saw, but there will be reprints. I'm like, boom, that's gonna change the whole game. And because you guys still can put the other cards if you want to. I can't wait. It's gonna be fun. I honestly can't wait.
But to be fair, Lorcana, you guys do a great job at listening, Ravensburger. But if you're gonna reprint cards, make them different. Everybody's upset about that. Why are we printing the same exact card, same art? Like, that's boring.
Artwork?
Yeah, that's boring. Like, we gotta do something different.
At least.
I like how she said for now, right?
Yeah.
You still get the first year. We've been doing it all year. You still get the first year.
Well, they said for now on the epics. I don't think they said for
Yeah.
now on the reprint. So I hope they listen because everybody's complaining about that. I do see a lot of complaints about that. Like, why is Rockstar coming out again and it's the same exact artwork for the Rockstar? Like, we're not saying make it enchanted.
You're saying all the reprints should just have a different artwork. So if you just want to buy that, you just have the new
exactly.
one.
And I'm not saying
calling
make
it epic.
No, but that's what
Well, no. But
that's why they're calling it
Epic.
Epic.
Said for now, if they're gonna change the artwork on the Epics, it'll be the same one as the original, except with the Epic artwork. So probably
it's just like a full art.
What I'm saying
version.
is even the original, like they showed the original Tink and all that. But,
yeah, that's what we're saying too.
No, but you guys are talking.
Imagine they make like an Epic Tinkerbell. Like,
no, I'm not
like,
talking about that. I'm talking about regular. I'm talking about regular reprinted, regular super rare Rockstar Stitch. Why don't they just change the art? I'm not asking for insane art like epics or whatever. Just make it a normal art with normal border and all that. But make it look a little bit different, bro. Why does it look like
this? How about this? Because they can do this. Do both.
Like alt art.
Yeah, do both. 100%. Just do more.
It's a reprint set. We'll do both. It's a reprint set. We're buying the same cards. Do both.
Yeah, just do more. Yeah. Bro, I'm gonna open up 2 cases of Fable.
That expectation that you should do both an epic one and regular because it's the same card. I'm buying the same thing. It does the same thing. Actually, I'm probably not buying it. I'm borrowing it, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
I wonder because of that, because the cards are basically the same thing. I wonder if it's really even
the same thing.
That's why. So I wonder if it's even really worth to buy product for Fable.
Yeah.
Why not just buy singles? I want to buy the
new artwork.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. At least when I'm opening 2 cases of Fabled, I don't feel bad pulling 6 more Rockstar Stitches when I already have them.
And they look exactly the same.
Yeah, at least if they look different, I wouldn't feel that bad.
They got a new set number on them.
Enchanted is usually 1 to 2 per case. 1 to 2 per case on Enchanted. I wonder if the Epic. Yeah. No, what's the one? Iconic.
Iconic.
I wonder if Iconic is gonna be like 1 Iconic every 2 cases.
Yeah.
Because let's be real. If it's 1 case, 1 Enchanted to 2, there's no way we want Iconic
1 to 3, right?
I bet you like 1 in 4 cases.
It's 1 in. It was 1 to 3 Enchanted's a case because I got 3 in 1 case.
Bro, it's rare. It's usually 1 or 2.
You got that's.
I got 3.
You probably pulled someone else's Enchanted that was meant to go in there. Everyone always saw it.
I've gone in.
And that's a production problem, but that's a production problem, and that's something I openly face.
Okay, but we agree. We do agree. Some had 0.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah, and some had 0.
Okay, so let's do averagely 1 to 2. Let's do averagely 1 to 2, right?
Yeah, I think averagely 1 to 2.
Unlucky. Yeah. Okay, so 1 to 2. Iconic should be like
1 out of 4.
1 every case.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think 1 every 4 cases.
1 out of 4 or something, bro.
1 every 4 cases. Okay, that's too crazy.
I mean, that's what they're saying. It's like rarer than Enchanted.
Yeah, but it should be like now you gotta buy 2 cases for a possible 1 Iconic. I guess I get you 3.
But that's if the production is 100%. Like I know everything's human.
There's no way. There's no way to produce that, bro. It's not like the same boxes come in the case. Like there's no way they can you can't guarantee.
It's random.
If they make it 1 in 2 cases, like that'd be so hard to get. Like getting the enchants is a little bit easier if you buy the case sealed. Because they're already all in there. But if they're saying...
Yeah, that's what we're talking about, no? This is like buying sealed cases.
Well, no, because it's not like 2 cases come together. You get what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't increase your odds.
Oh, yeah, that'd be so hard. Hey, yeah, that would be. But, hey, that's what would hold their value.
Yeah, no, 100%. I agree. And I'm not mad at that. I mean, if you're going to make them that rare, hopefully they hold it.
Honestly, I just came to the conclusion if I really want an Iconic, I'm just going to start saving up that 1 paycheck.
Just buy it, yeah.
Because I'm just going to have to... I'm not about to buy
that's
3
That's how I...
And just get with Just get with a bunch of reprints that have the same artwork.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, be mad.
I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'll buy the Iconics. Yeah. Give me 4 of that.
Dude, that's what I've been doing these last 2 sets. Like, I don't buy boxes. I just buy singles. I just save up and just buy singles. I mean, if I had, I just hate buying a box and not pulling anything that good. So
yeah,
I rather just that's me though.
I do it.
Feels bad, right? Like
you buy a case, my team.
You buy a case, you get no Enchanted. You get no Maui Sharks, and you're like, oh, what did I just buy?
Yeah, it's rough.
You bought
I could have bought a Switch.
You bought a legendary.
It's not gonna arrive here till next year.
For you guys, your first card game, and you guys, listen to our podcast or whatever. I do have one word of advice. If it's like your first card game, when you buy product and buy cases, sealed product, remember you're buying the experience of you opening those packs. because financially, it is most likely a vendor will openly tell you, they should tell you, it's a neg. It's a neg. Like you're losing money if you were to just have that exact same money and just buy every single card you actually wanted from the set of 4 ofs. But the experience, we all love. Hey, what happens? Hey, we all say it's a neg, but what happens when the homie buys a box and he's like, hey, you guys want to help me open some packs? I was like, oh yeah, right. You're buying, you're doing it for the experience. So just know that, because I bought a case and I enjoy. I bought it next to Cesar, and I'm like, just opening. I'm like, dang, I pulled so bad, or like. But at the end of the day, I still enjoyed like the experience of opening those packs, right? Yeah. So just know that you're paying for the experience.
Yeah,
or like
it's a rush.
We were looking for a Ursula, and Karan was like, "Here's a box." We went through a box like in
like a minute.
2 minutes.
We're
like,
we didn't get one. We didn't get one.
I was like, what'd you get? It was funny.
No, I agree with Hector, right? Like I buy 2 cases not to pull an enchanted. Like I'm hoping to see one, but I buy it just to have access to build any deck I want. That's my reason. Because once I buy the
everyone has a little bit of a gambling addiction in them, even if they like to admit it. It's a human thing.
Yeah.
Like gambling is just fun, like naturally in nature, right? It's just like, ooh, that risk.
Yeah, because I'm not like Carlos though. Once I buy my 2 cases and I have all my cards, like I don't really open packs again unless they're from like winnings, right? But like I don't go and buy more packs. But that's just me. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Before we head out, sometimes it worked out for Carlos. I got 2 packs in this one local that I went to. I kept one. I owed Carlos $3. Okay, I know he's gonna love that I'm telling this story. I owed Carlos $3. He's like, give me the pack and you don't owe me $3 anymore. I was like, no, because I could sell this for $5. He's like, how about this? I owe you $3 now. I'm like, okay, here. Opens it, enchanted. Oh my god, bro! In front of me, bro. The whole shop went nuts, bro. I was like, I'm sick, bro. I'm like, I just sold him this enchanted for $6.
Yeah, basically.
It was like an $110 one. I was like, this is crazy.
You got scammed.
To be fair, I have to keep the mindset that everything that I earn, I end up selling packs. So in some I win, and some I lose. And throughout overall time, I want to say, because it is sealed product, I probably win more than I lose. But it does feel bad when you like sold your pack to the homie for $6 and they pull it in front of you. But
yeah. But that's pretty much all we got. I do want to show shout out to Phil's website again, IE Enchanted. But what else?
I don't know if I posted. Yeah, I posted TDKs.
Yeah, I'm not playing Set Champs this weekend. But what are you guys hitting up this weekend?
So there's TDK, City of Riverside on Tyler Street, on the other side of the bridge of the mall, right? I'm not sure. I'll post the flyer. I gotta get the flyer. I'll post the flyer on the video when I edit it. I just know it's this Saturday. There is some events going this Sunday. If you go there during Mother's Day, hey, that's on you guys. But I'm gonna be taking my mom out most likely.
I do want to say, guys, with TDK, before they were like very like, when we would say how like some stores don't like to say the pricing, they were like based on attendance before, but they did see all the love that you guys been giving them. So TDK has been grateful for that, and they just said, guys, this is the pricing. So if they went out of their way and did that and kind of guarantee, show them the love back. Go support, especially if you have your plans for Sunday. There's a great shop to go to. I love TDK. It's one of so many friends there, test there, just great environment. So I do hope that you guys go and just hang out.
I agree.
I agree. If you want to check pricing out, check the Melee link. It shows the pricing on there. It should be up to date, so you can know what you're playing for.
Shows right here, quarter case. But yeah, if I was playing this weekend, I would definitely go to TDK. It's just on the 10th is my wife's birthday, and it's Mexican Mother's Day. Yeah, it's a no-go for me.
You get 2 Mother's Days, dude?
Yeah, Mexicans get 2 Mother's Days. Mexican Americans get 2 Mother's Days. But anyways,
an American.
But
teach.
But anyways,
I don't know how you guys can keep these things on the whole for your whole life. Like,
you know why? Because I can't freaking see. That's why.
Because you guys can't see.
Can't see.
Because I'm blind, bro. That's why.
I guess that makes sense. If I would take these off and I couldn't see, I guess that makes sense. Why you would keep them on?
Yeah, my eyes. Yeah, my eyes stay like closed like that.
But yeah.
I'll do the rest of that. I'll do the end outro to this video with no glasses.
Same. Everybody team
Everyone.
off. Let's match. Let's match.
Hey,
Let's match
there
right
we
there.
go. This is a one-time thing. Y'all better screenshot this, boys.
We're all squinting. You can't see.
I know, right? I can see. I think I can see. It's just my eyes.
He's just like, I can't end it because I'm blinding
Yeah,
myself.
bro. End it, bro. I'm
Alright.
giving myself a headache.
All right. We thank you guys if you made it this far. Don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. It helps us out tremendously. We got into so much in today's episode, right? We talked about our set champs. We talked about rotation. We talked about all the news that's coming out with the new cards. So we appreciate you guys for all your love and support, for saying what's up to us at every event we go to. We have some keychains. If you guys happen to see us out at these other events, most of us have keychains now. We have other stickers. Don't forget to hit us up on IG, Facebook, X. We have all the social medias. But until next time, keep on cooking, keep on questing.
Ask for a keychain.
Peace out. Good looking set, champ.